touchdown, Sioux Falls, 40, the 30, and he is gone to the house. Touchdown, Tallahassee.
Tipped and picked off by Colin Douglas, who's going to take it back all the way.
No pass caught, first down. What a move! Dr. Sim, get out of here! The doctor is in for the touchdown!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Stallion Field, Cleveland, Ohio. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Andy Hamilton. We have an Eastern Conference tilt for you tonight. The Atlanta Swarm are in town, and at 7-4 are taking on the 4-7 Cleveland Stallions in Week 12 action. Andy Hamilton along with Shann Varner here in the booth. Shann, how you doing this evening?
Thanks for having me tonight.
Always a pleasure to have you here, and always a pleasure to see two great teams going up against each other. One heading to the playoffs next week, one team. This will be the final battle of their season. It's bound to be a good one. Shann, how about you give us the keys to the game?
Yeah, Andy, in the last meeting between these two teams, the Atlanta Swarm clobbered the Stallions in a 62-31 victory. 1 point difference there, but they were in the hive, so we'll have to see how this game here shapes up.
That we will. Coin toss is happening as we speak. The Atlanta Swarm are wearing white. Cleveland is in yellow. The Swarm will defend the north goal. Cleveland will start on offense. And Atlanta will kick off as we get underway here in Cleveland. Ball is on the tee. Both teams are set. Cleveland ready to finish out their season. And we're underway. The kick is brought down at the 10, returned across the 25. Koma Kaleka out to the 29, and that is where he'll go down 1st and 10. Cleveland starting out on offense, Shann, and a high-powered offense they have.
They do, Andy, and in this last matchup that they had, the interception was the real key for the Swarm to get ahead in this last game. Interceptions.
They met in Week 2, and now in Week 12 we'll meet again. Atlanta starts out with 4 defensive linemen down. Mac Wavy Jr. throws deep down the field. It's nearly taken away. He was looking for Martell, and that one will come up incomplete.
Linebackers here, Andy does a great job by moving back and not giving Mac Wavy really anything to look at down the field.
Colin says I'm a bit loud. That might be a little bit better. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 29. Mac Wavy Jr., this is going to be the first year, Shann, in 3 seasons that he does not make an appearance in the championship game. With 10:51 in the first, he will hand it to Overstreet off the right side, and Overstreet's shut down. Nothing doing for David Overstreet, the longtime running back in the SFL.
I can recall that Matt Wavy made his debut in the Minneapolis Maulers back in Season 7.
That he did now in Season 9, so he's been to the championship game both years he's been in the SFL. This is the first time he will not make it to the playoffs. He will float one down the right sideline. It is hauled in for a first down to the 49. What a throw and catch. The completion is made to Badur Ajalani.
That was a great catch. He just ran a little out route there and got down the field on a long post.
So a new set of downs as Cleveland crosses the 50 on their 3rd play from scrimmage. Mac Wavy Jr. under center will change the play at the line. A 4-3 look out of Atlanta wearing their Clorox bleach-sponsored jerseys. Mac Wavy Jr., 7-step drop, delivers, left side, caught Prince Escobar for 4.
Prince Escobar having a great season with 19 with options and 1,700 and some change receiving yards with 16 touchdowns.
Prince Escobar leading the team for Cleveland, like you just mentioned, Shann. He will be a factor tonight. If Atlanta can shut him down, Cleveland will have to rely on their other options. The Swarm show blitz up the middle, will drop. Mac Wavy Jr. under some pressure, moves in the pocket, delivers incomplete off the hands of Howard there. The tight end was out in some space but couldn't make the grab.
Free safety there just comes down and makes the play. Reading that offensive strategy really well on that play, Andy.
Shann, Cleveland is out of the Cleveland Stallions, 4 wins, 3 of them has come when David Overstreet has found his way into the end zone. Look out for him tonight. If he can find his way into the end zone, Cleveland will be looking good for a possible win on their final game of the season. Mac Wavy Jr. delivers down the middle, bobbled and incomplete. Escobar had his hands on it but couldn't haul that one in.
But, this swarm defense wants to do. They want to get involved. They want to get to man-to-man coverage and play one-on-one with these receivers.
So now 4th and 6. Cleveland will be forced into a punt from the Atlanta 46. Not yet in field goal range, so they'll have to send it to the high-powered swarm offense, who also will try and get something going. They'll angle the punt to the left. It'll be a high archer, and a fair catch will be called for at the 14-yard line. And that is where Eric Vincent will down it, and with 9:14 left in the first, a change of possession.
Cleveland has to get their defense involved in this game, and the key element to this defense is Rick O'Reilly with 43 tackles. That's the average of 9.5 sacks and 22 tackles for loss.
Also, Max Blitz on that defensive line is pretty good, too. 8.5 sacks from him, 15 tackles for loss. Look out for the defensive line of Cleveland to disrupt DeMar Woods, the quarterback for Atlanta. On 1st and 10, Woods will drop to throw. Late blitz from the right side. Nearly taken away, but the completion is made for a 5-yard pickup. What a throwing catch there.
Coverage kind of had the swarm fooled there for a little bit and sent a delayed blitz in there and to disrupt the quarterback.
That was T. Dot with the catch. DeMar Woods completing on his first throw of the game. 1 for 1 for him. 4-3 look out of the Stallions. And BDG Hollywood, the lone man in the backfield. They'll give it to him on a misdirection, and he is shut down in the backfield. Cleveland sniffed it out the whole way.
Great defense run now. As we talked about earlier, Andy, Rick O'Reilly's getting involved in this game early.
That was O'Reilly there coming over to make the tackle for loss. It'll be 3rd down and 6 from the 18. And the full house in Cleveland here is going to give it to Atlanta. 3 receivers to the top of the formation, 1 to the bottom. Hollywood in the backfield, 4 down linemen again for Cleveland. Woods will take the snap. Delayed handoff to Hollywood, who's got a lane up the middle, and he's all the way across the 30.
Hollywood doing a great job looking at the offensive line there, giving them a huge hole to run through, Andy.
Hollywood, get this, Shan. BDG Hollywood, 12 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. That is 1 more touchdown all-purpose than DeMar Woods has thrown all season. Can you believe that? Unbelievable numbers from the halfback in Atlanta, and they will try and keep those going here against the Stallions. Stallions showing blitz. They will back out of it. Woods, 7-step drop under a little pressure. Fires right side down the field. Picked off. Cleveland has it, and they're coming down the left side. Getting a block, and what a hit there. And that'll draw a penalty flag. It's number 37. That is Aaron Tolbert. So they're going to call him on the hit here at the end. He was trying to block Kaleka and ended up, that might have been a face mask. Very dangerous play by him to bring down the runner, and that is what draws the flag there.
Yeah, for sure. Either a face mask or a horse collar, one of the two. He's really high up with his hand there.
So now Cleveland has great field position for their second drive of the night from the 22. With 7:37 left, Mac Wavy Jr. is only about 23 yards away from the end zone. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They will throw. Under pressure, Wavy Jr. is able to get that one off before he is crushed. That is not Max Blitz. Sorry, that's number 90 on the other side of the field. That is Ed Wunkler. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 22. 3 receivers bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Wavy Jr. faces 4 defensive linemen and will throw out of it. Quick delivery across the middle, complete to the 7. I believe that is the tight end, Howard.
Even doing a great job here by opening up this defense and allowing their receivers to get behind the linebackers here. Just an in-out route by the rest of the where takes it in for a slant route there.
A nice play by Cleveland to set them up for 1st and goal from the 7. Mac Wavy Jr. trying to not go out quietly in Cleveland's last game of the season. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Overstreet is one of them. 3 out of their 4 wins have an Overstreet touchdown in it. They will give it to him here off the left side. Overstreet shut down. He was trying to get to the edge, but he wasn't able to get there as number 58, Aquantis Shine, shuts him down.
Yeah, Quantas Shine does a great job getting to the outside here and kind of sniffing out the play early and just kind of watching that running back there and getting him down on the ground quickly.
No gain. He'll get back to the line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. 6.5 minutes to play and ticking. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. They'll give it to Overstreet again, and he is shut down again. Luda Chris up the middle.
Line has got to make holes for this running game. They're just doing a poor job, they're not allowing the running back there with Overstreet getting involved in this game. They've got to do so.
3rd and goal from the 8. 4 receivers spread out. 7 men in the box for Atlanta. Mac Wavy Jr. to throw. He's hit as he throws and delivers a touchdown grab for Prince Escobar, who makes his 17th touchdown of the season, Shan.
Andy, you mentioned it earlier, man. They have got to slow down Prince Escobar. That 1-2 combination between Wavy and Escobar has been fire all season. So in order for Atlanta to get back in this game, they're going to have to shut those 2 guys down.
And now Atlanta is going to challenge whether that catch was made inbounds or not. Escobar was working on the veteran, Deltha Coakley. He looked inbounds to me. What did you think?
He just toe drag swag here. He catches the ball with plenty of room in the end zone. He gets both feet down. I say it's a catch. 1.
Ooh, that's only 1 foot, so now we go back to the ruling of whether the SFL is 1 foot or 2 feet. I never really get a clear answer here. The play is going to stand, so I guess that means it's a 1 foot catch. Atlanta's going to lose their first time out, so that'll bring them down to 2, which in the first half, Shan, isn't really the worst thing in the world.
It's not. Atlanta's got plenty of weapons on offense, so they can bounce back.
So Cleveland will line up to add the extra point. They are playing to put Atlanta in that 4th seed. They cannot knock Atlanta out of the playoffs, but we will get into what it would mean if Atlanta could get the win tonight and get some help from the rest of the Eastern Conference. Remember, the Eastern Conference has all of the playoff teams playing 4 teams that are not making the playoffs, so really the only thing they're playing for tonight is seeding.
And a little bit of respect.
So, looking at what Atlanta needs, Atlanta, for the number 4 seed, they will get that, obviously, if they lose. They will get that if they win and Chicago wins, and then Tallahassee loses, but they can't beat them in point differential. The point differential for Atlanta is 18. And they will get it with a win and a Chicago loss. That return will come out to the 27. Atlanta will have decent field position. So what Atlanta would really like to do is win and win by 18.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
That, and they would also need some help from Chicago, as well as some help from the team that Tallahassee is playing this week, whose name eludes me. Shan, help me out.
Didn't hear that.
Who's Tallahassee playing this week?
Tallahassee is going to play Carolina.
So Carolina will need to help them. This one, a swing out to Hollywood, who finds some room on the boundary and is able to pick up 8. A nice little shifty run by him. Is that who was that? That was Ronnie out on the field. 2nd and 2, incomplete. Looking down across the middle. That'll be 3rd and 2. Tried to force one there.
Yeah, and Kaleka just does a great job. Just a little shove right there just to throw the receiver off its route. Another part of the defense there. The other DB just, makes the play off of it.
And had he been watching, he really might have been able to make a catch off of that one. So we will keep you updated on the St. Louis and Chicago game, as obviously it plays into how Atlanta's seeding will go, as Hollywood takes this carry off the right side and won't get there on 3rd down. That'll bring up 4th and 1 from the 36. Decision time. It's early in this one.
I would actually punt it here, Andy. I would keep it safe. You're only down by 7. Your defense can hold them off, and your offense can get back in this game.
So Atlanta will punt. 4:45 and ticking. Snap a little bit off to the left is collected and kicked away. It'll be brought in at the 24, and Kaleka breaks off to the right side. Kaleka, the ever-dangerous return man, trying to make it a 2-score game. One man to beat, and he will. Kaleka, touchdown, Cleveland.
That is not what the Atlanta team needs right there, Andy. A big return by Kaleka. He is a dangerous returner, and coming into this game, Atlanta had to know that.
And obviously, neither you nor I has played professional football, but I have heard when you're returning kicks, it's that first man. If you can beat that first man, you usually will be able to get down the field for a good gain. And that's what Kaleka does right there, is he just jukes out that first man, and after that, it almost seems like no one else can bring him down. And, in theory, this man is an SFL Hall of Famer.
No doubt about that. Kaleka has been around for, a long time, and, just by his, tackles for loss and punt bat downs, he has 9 interceptions for this season.
Snap back, the kick is up and good, 14-0. Cleveland so far defeating Atlanta in nearly all facets of the game. They have an interception. Their offense has put the ball in the end zone, and now the special teams is coming up big. That's what it takes to defeat a team like Atlanta, and we saw earlier Houston had trouble with San Antonio. Do you think this could be another upset in the brewing?
It very well, we are in Cleveland, and, sometimes that Cleveland home field advantage there, kind of helps you out a little bit.
Also known as Believe Land, this return will go up to the 27, and now Atlanta's offense will have to come back out on the field. They went 3 and out on the last drive.
Atlanta just needs to calm down and do what they do best, and move the football. They have all the weapons. They have, Eric Vincent. They have, Boo Chisholm. They have all these guys, and, they're a very talented team. That's why they're in the playoffs. And, they just need to settle down and get the job done.
DeMar Woods to throw, dumps off short. That's a nice completion there for 2 on 1st down.
Him, go a little bit deeper with the out routes. Move the ball a little bit down the field. Get this this Cleveland defense to back up a little bit.
Woods now will line up in the shotgun, empty set. He's got 5 receivers, including the tight end on the field. And he'll heave one down the left side. That's taken away. Cleveland's defense all over that one, and they will get the ball back here quickly, taking the ball away. It's number 28, Champ Wavy. Or excuse me, that's Lucius Sanders, the cornerback.
It just jumps up in that route right there. Does a great job of sticking that man-to-man coverage there on Boo Chisholm.
Yeah, Woods was trying to force the ball to Boo. Chisholm has been big for this Atlanta offense, but not there. So from the 45, Mac Wavy Jr. back on the field. The SFL champion with the Minneapolis Maulers will drop and check down there to David Overstreet, who will pick up nothing. They'll say he got stopped at the line of scrimmage, even though it looked to me like he might have gained a yard.
For Dallas, and And Dallas also made it to the championship game. Unfortunately, they was not able to finish, and Queen City won that game. But this is a guy who is known for, pressure and getting the job done. So, be interesting.
2nd and 10 from the 46. Handoff. Overstreet found a little bit of room on the left side. He'll pick up 6. A nice carry by Overstreet, who, has played in his fair share of championships with the Louisville Wolfpack in his past. This season, not quite getting it done. As you mentioned, Wavy Jr. came over from Dallas. Dallas also narrowly missing the playoffs in the Western Conference this season. It's been a little bit of an anomaly, Shan.
It has.
3rd and 4. Wavy Jr. gives to Overstreet. Overstreet, shake and bake move, will pick up the first down to the 44. What a carry by Overstreet.
A little route right there. Nothing too much fancy or anything like that. Just moving the ball consistently. Positive yards.
Gives him a little 1-2 in the hole. I like it. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 44. Cleveland trying to put Atlanta in that 4 seed, and so far they're getting the job done here on the Atlanta Swarm side of the field. Atlanta on the road is struggling against Cleveland. Wavy Jr. in the shotgun has Overstreet to his right. A 4-3 look with 5 men in the box for Atlanta, and Overstreet will get shut down in the backfield. Atlanta looked like they sniffed that one the whole way.
That's the first time, Andy, on this series that Ludacris and the rest of the gang, finally shut Overstreet down.
2nd and 12. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. This one's been going quickly. Mac Wavy Jr. under center will throw. 7-step drop. Heaves it down the field. Complete. What a grab as the Cleveland Stallions are able to move it to the 18 as they connect with number 18. That's Jared Martell.
Great job getting the ball down the field. Get behind those linebackers there. And the safeties are so far back, they're having to make up that yardage, which gives it a perfect shot over the middle for Mac Wavy Jr. here.
Jared Martell so far this season, 730 yards, 8 touchdowns, has really been a good compliment to Prince Escobar. On 1st and 10 now, Overstreet will go up the right hash and pick up 4 to make it 2nd and 6. A strong carry on 1st down from David.
Here, Andy, they're running the ball just to keep Atlanta's defense honest, and that's what sets up those big plays down the field.
Yeah, and that's really what Cleveland has kind of done all season. When they've seen success, it's been when Overstreet has been able to get positive yardage up the middle and on the outsides. They'll give it to him again here on 2nd down. He'll pick up a yard to make it 3rd and 5. But like I was saying, 3 out of their 4 wins come when David Overstreet gets into the end zone, whether it be through the air or on the ground, because it, like you were saying, Shan, it keeps the defense honest from cheating and playing just back far enough to defend the pass. So it will be 3rd and 5 from the 13. Cleveland needs to convert, otherwise they will have to settle for a field goal. They'll give it to Overstreet, who's smacked down in the backfield. A nice play to come up and make the adjustment. That's number 41, Colin LaMarche.
Atlanta's defense did a great job right here in the dime package here, or excuse me, the nickel package here, and the receiver or the linebackers here didn't go that far back. They actually went towards the line and kind of sniffed that out a little bit and was able to get to the running back quickly.
So Chicago and St. Louis is currently on a delay. So far, Shan, the only SFL action going on tonight besides San Antonio defeating Houston in San Antonio as that Texas Triangle was getting busy. And now Cleveland will line up to try and add the field goal. The snap is back. The kick is up and no good. Excuse me. He pushed it to the right. I thought Brown nailed that one, but instead Atlanta gets a break.
Much for a chip shot, right?
Yeah, Quasi Brown was there, and it looks like he just pushed it. Shan, I saw the darndest thing today. The Bengals cut a kicker, right? We cut Jake Elliott. The Philadelphia Eagles pick him up probably 2-3 weeks ago. He goes on today against New York. Guess how long he kicked, Shan? 61 yards.
Yikes. That's further than I drive, Andy.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm sure Cleveland would be looking into signing him if he wasn't on the Eagles. That pass from Woods is on the money down the field. Eric Vincent makes the snag at the 41. What a throw and catch.
Run by Vincent here. Watch this replay here, Andy. I love the way he goes up, little juke move, goes towards the middle of the field, and just slices and dices that defense.
Well, and the throw was complete before Kaleka could come over from the safety position and help. That's really your worry when you're throwing into this Cleveland secondary. Now 3-receiver look with Hollywood in the backfield. He's been quiet tonight. Woods fires again to the right side. That one incomplete. He was looking for Boo Chisholm.
Aaron Tolbert does it again. He bats that ball down. Aaron Tolbert is staying really, really close to Boo Chisholm and not letting him get those big, huge gains like he normally does.
Tolbert just got beat on the throw to Vincent, so it looks like they're testing him a little bit. He's able to win that one-on-one battle with Boo Chisholm. Perfect coverage there.
I think Cleveland knows that, Atlanta's offense is really keen on big plays. Those big plays is what keeps them in a lot of the games.
2nd and 10 from the 41. 10:27 left to play. Time has frozen. Atlanta with 2 timeouts still on their side of the field. They'll give it to Hollywood up the left side. Hollywood with a blocker. Breaks through 1 tackle and he's smacked down. What a hit. Hollywood will pick up 8.
By Hollywood. I love the way he dips his shoulder down just to get those extra yardage and, possibly take some people with him, Andy.
Rick O'Reilly coming back, peeling off of the line to make that hit. That'll make it a pivotal 3rd down for Atlanta as they will try and put some points on the board. The misdirection to Hollywood. He is stood up and he's close. He was trying to fight for the line, but they're going to say he's short.
Close. I think do you challenge this play?
Matt Campbell and Max Blitz. I don't know. I think I would just throw them up all on the line and go for it. If you got a QB sneak in your playbook, now's the time to use it, right? And that's what they're going to do. Everyone on the line. 7 in the box for Cleveland. Woods under center. Cleveland showing blitz right up the gut, as they should. They'll snap it. Handoff. Hollywood easily cuts through it, but puts the ball on the turf. Cleveland recovers.
Oh, my gosh, Andy. I have never seen Hollywood fumble the ball like that. I mean, it was a sure 1st down. All he had to do was get that play to the ground, and he had, instead try to run and juke and move and spin, and you just can't do that.
He cut through the defense like a 1,000-degree burning knife through butter, but then he puts the ball on the turf, and J.J. Wavy comes up with the recovery, and Cleveland has another turnover tonight and now has the ball back at their own 42. What a range of emotions that play caused, and now it'll be 1st and 10 for Cleveland on their side of the field. Wavy Jr. to throw under a little bit of pressure, delivers to the man crossing the middle, and it is complete there. I believe that's Prince Escobar with his 3rd reception.
3 receptions, thrown 5 times, and only 1 drop, plus a touchdown.
Cleveland up 14-0, 9 minutes to play in the first half, commanding the attention of everyone watching here in the first half of play. Atlanta trying to get on the right foot heading into the playoffs, but David Overstreet here on the carry will set up Cleveland for a new set of downs. Cleveland, and Ronnie Nickens are really sticking it to Atlanta so far tonight in trying to get their playoff hopes rolling. You want the momentum going into the playoffs.
I think they're doing exactly what we had talked about earlier, Andy. I think they're limiting the interception in the ball with Overstreet.
Mac Wavy Jr., 39 touchdowns to 38 interceptions. Free rusher dumps it off beautifully. What an underneath pass, and that one is complete to Jared Martell. Martell collects another completion, and that one will be good for 9.
Defense was doing there. They were just kind of waiting back, and hoping for the best.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 38, 7:53 and ticking. McWavy Jr. needs a yard, but he's in the shotgun. Handoff Overstreet, and that one is good for the 1st down. Shann, I know how much you hate those shotgun handoffs, but that one worked for David and the Cleveland offense.
When David Overstreet was at Louisville, those shovel passes and those gun formation handoff to Overstreet worked really well for them. So maybe Cleveland went back and watched some film of those guys.
3-2 look out of Atlanta as Cleveland spreads the formation out. They'll give it to Overstreet again, and he's shut down. Atlanta was not having any of that play there.
There on the stop, just kind of, said, hey, I'm tired of this. Let's stop this guy from running up the middle on us.
Yeah, Qantas Shine with the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd and 11, and if you're Cleveland, you don't mind getting backed up. You got Mac Wavy Jr., so it's worth the handoff there, as we've seen Overstreet has done well sometimes. Under pressure, and down Mac Wavy Jr. will go. Just as I say, they don't mind throwing. Anthony Ruckus, gets in the backfield and creates just that, a ruckus.
Absolutely, does a great job shedding his blocker here on that offensive line, number 66, I believe, and just goes right around him to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, that was the guard he was working on, and that'll bring up 3rd and 18. 4 receivers set, Overstreet in the backfield, 3-2 dime look out of the Atlanta Swarm. Atlanta will bring 4, well protected. Mac Wavy Jr. delivers, caught, and he's a yard shy. It was a perfect completion to Myron Williams, but Williams was not able to find the first down as Deltha Coakley makes the tackle, breaking off of his route there.
Still a great play by the defense, though, not letting him get more yards than what he'd already gotten.
He found the mismatch he was looking for. It was a Qantas Shine against a wide receiver, but the wide receiver couldn't outrun Deltha Coakley, who broke off the route, and now Cleveland will have to try another field goal after they just missed the last one.
Back.
4th and 1 from the 25. It'll be about a 42-yarder. Snap back. The kick is up, and it is good from 42. Nailed that one straight through the yellow bars. It'll be 17-0. Cleveland extends their lead.
Up and down. Quasi Brown's jumping up and down like he just won the Super Bowl.
And it's a good way to redeem yourself at the end of the season. Mac Wavy Jr., the head coach, if he does return, as well as Ronnie Nickens, are going to be looking at a lot of these players, and they're going to have to decide whether they're coming back next season or not. You don't want to end on a miss.
Yeah, for sure.
This kick is away with 5:44 left in the second. It's 17-0 Cleveland over the Atlanta Swarm. And Atlanta will start at the 28, and we'll see DeMar Woods come back out on the field. $5:40 to go. There's a look at Koma Kaleka, who's had quite the game so far, looking to improve upon it, possibly with a takeaway. DeMar Woods is under center. Hollywood in the backfield after that fumble. And they'll give it to him here on 1st and 10, and he'll dive forward for what looked like a yard, but they won't give him anything. It was number 90. I believe that's Max Blitz coming up to make the play.
And Max Blitz does a great job shedding off his blocker there. And also, DeMar Woods needs to start looking downfield a little bit. I mean, I know it's 17-10 and they have plenty of time, but at some point you're going to have to take some shots down the field.
With the wide receiver threats that they have, you might as well, and he will do that just here on 2nd and 10, going deep. Incomplete. He was looking for Boo Chisholm, who they've shut down pretty much all night.
Great job playing man-to-man with him. Of course, they usually have number 37, Aaron Tolbert, on him, but this time they had number 20.
3rd and 10 from the 28, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. DeMar Woods needs a first down, and he will go empty into the backfield. 4 down linemen for Cleveland, and they will stunt. Open man. That one's picked off. Oh, and he fell down. Koma Kaleka would have had a pick 6 had he not fallen to the turf.
Like, whoo, thank goodness he fell to the turf.
What a interception. He gets up there. Look at this vertical. Woo! That boy's got some hops. You could slide at least 3 magazines under his feet when he gets in the air. So another huge play from Koma Kaleka. will set up Cleveland with great field position with 5 minutes to play and all 3 timeouts. Wavy Jr. in the shotgun, 3-3 look. Atlanta will bring 4. The throw is complete, and that one looked like a dump-off into a pile-up of Cleveland Stallions. I don't know who he was trying to throw to.
I'm not sure, but Martell sure swooped it up quickly.
And that's got to be great for a quarterback to just, you can throw it in a pile and someone's going to come up with it.
Rodgers type of deal, right?
Yeah. Not now, Shann. I'm still hurting. They'll give it to Overstreet up the gut. Overstreet will pick up another yard or 2. It'll make it 3rd and 2 to gain. Nice free tackle there by number 55. That's Bushido Brown.
Love the way that they're getting Overstreet going in this Cleveland offense, Andy.
Yeah, me too. One of the things that I've said throughout the season is I wish Overstreet would be doing a little bit more. And tonight they've been doing just that with him. And now on 3rd and 2, they're going to go ahead and give it to him on the left side. He hesitates in the hole, and he'll be dropped down at the line of scrimmage. Ludacris on the tackle. And we've seen some of those hesitations work in the NFL, Shann, but here in the SFL, it kind of just gives the defense more time to adjust.
Yeah, not so much. I was a running back in when I played football, and just a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of patience. That's kind of what you want. But in this game here, you got to make plays quickly, and you got to get those yards, relatively fast. So.
Quasi Brown hit a 42-yarder just a moment ago. Now we'll have a second chance at it. The kick is high and right down the middle. Another 42-yard field goal for Quasi Brown, who celebrates 2 for 3 on the night. And Cleveland now has a 20-point lead.
Who needs a kicker in the SFL? This guy's looking to retain his job.
Right. Well, looking to become a star player, potentially. Kick is away for the Stallions. Atlanta will return. They will bring it out past the 25 and go down at the 29-yard line, and that is where the Swarm will start this next drive. Still plenty of time to get back into this one, especially if you can score before the half.
Oh yeah, I mean you have a whole another half. You have 22 minutes, and you could turn it around in that second half.
And the defense is actually doing a really good job of limiting them to just field goals, which is what you want if you're trying to keep your offense in a game. DeMar Woods, 7-step drop, protected well, throws the interception coming down the left side, who puts the ball on the turf, and Atlanta recovers. No, Cleveland recovers. What a play. I don't think I've ever seen something so pinballish.
All the guy had to do to help his team out was get a hold of the ball. There was no one around him here at this play. 23 does a great job. Boom, knocks it out. All they got to do is retain the ball.
So Atlanta, another turnover, and Cleveland has had a short field to work with all night. Now 20-0, 3-14. Brian Shark with the interception. I don't know if that's still counted as an interception if you then fumble it away and almost give it right back to Atlanta. Wavy Jr. in the shotgun. Delayed handoff to Overstreet, who drew a bunch of linemen in the backfield, and he's able to make 4 out of that one.
Not that many yards from carries, but just enough to get the job done to keep that defense honest, Andy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He's been effective. That's the one thing that Overstreet has done on those 22 yards on 15 carries. 2:45 left to play in the second quarter. Wavy Jr. stands in the pocket, delivers, nearly picked off. Atlanta would have had one back there.
I think that was their one chance to get back in this game in this half.
That was Bushido Brown there, the generic linebacker who could have taken that one away, was unable to get his hands on that one. So now on 3rd and 6, Cleveland, they are 1 yard away from a 42-yarder. McWavy Jr. to throws the out route there. Oh, and Prince Escobar will get scolded on the sidelines for that one. Wide open, plenty of grass in front of him, couldn't turn it upfield, and it'll be 4th and 1 at the 20.
And being a star receiver like you are, basically the face of the franchise other than McWavy Jr., you have to make those completions right there and turn it upfield. You can't be cases like that.
So Quasi Brown back on the field. This man has got more playing time than some of the Atlanta receivers so far tonight. The kick is up and good from 37. Now a 23-0 lead for the Stallions.
Quasi Brown is definitely doing his job tonight and keeping the point differential in this game really, really high.
Is that Cleveland? No, it's Quasi Brown. That was a Family Guy and a Cleveland Stallions joke, all tied into one. I'm really going to the full effort, as with the playoffs coming, right?
For sure.
Brown kicks off. Atlanta to return for what seems like the 1,000th time tonight. Out across the 25, and he's smacked. What a hit.
In the wood, and just telling this Atlanta team here that we've come to play. I don't care if you're in the playoffs.
1st and 10 from the 27. DeMar Woods was looking for just an easy night heading into the playoffs, kind of build that confidence, and it has been anything but. And now on 1st and 10 from the 27, they will hand it to Hollywood, who's shut down.
This defense here for Cleveland has totally did a 180, maybe a 360. I don't know. I mean, from the start of the season till now, this Cleveland turned things around these last 4 or 5 games.
That'll be the 2-minute warning. Yeah, head coach McWavy Jr. obviously learning as the season goes on, Shan. And for anyone who is new to the league, I strongly suggest asking in the offseason, asking some of the owners if they're interested in having you as a coach or, scout, and getting your feet wet in terms of coaching, because it's something that, still doesn't take way too much time, but is something that can push you leaps and bounds towards SFL ownership. Woods fires this one down the right side, tipped away. He was looking for, I believe that's Eric Vinson, and couldn't get his hands on it. Vinson and Boo Chisholm have been held in check tonight.
Did a great job running the route there with him. I mean, these guys are playing so much man-to-man. I mean, they should be tired by the end of the night.
3rd and 13 from the 24. They got to find their way out to the 37-yard line if they want to move the chains. Woods is alone in the shotgun. Cleveland will bring 4. Good pressure up the middle. Woods throws on the run. Caught down the left sideline. Boo Chisholm makes the grab, and he is going to go untouched to the pylon. Touchdown Swarm as they strike, and they might not be out of this one.
For sure, Andy. That was a great job by Chisholm saying, hey, we're still in this game. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in this half, and let's make the best of it.
Well, October is coming, Shan, and Boo Chisholm put a surprise on the Cleveland Stallions defense here. They were kind of playing down in distance, trying to guard the first down marker, and Boo Chisholm says, forget you, I'll go to the house.
Exactly. Trick or treat.
That was a treat if you like Atlanta and a trick if you like Cleveland. So it'll be 6-23 as they will try and add the extra point. Definitely not out of this one. Atlanta, what a story it would be, Shan, if they were able to write this comeback right before heading into the postseason.
And finish their season that they've had a great season, but to finish it off with a win here tonight would be just the icing on the cake.
1:45 left in the second. Snap was a little low. The kick is up and good. 7-23 with 1 minute and 45 left here. And they will kick the ball back to Cleveland and try and contain their offense. And I want to bring up a point in that this isn't going to be the popular decision, Shan. I'd kick an onside right here.
Well, I definitely wouldn't want to kick it to Tacoma Kaleka, who could return it back for another touchdown.
That, and your defense has been playing very well on the short field. With 1 minute and 45, what's the worst that could happen, right? Anyways, they'll kick it to Kaleka, who will take it up the gut. He'll get to the 32, which pretty much, that would have been... That's about 10 yards shy of where the onside would have been anyways. It's not popular, but, if you recover that and score a touchdown off of it, no one will stop talking about that call for weeks.
Absolutely.
From the 32, Mac Wavy Jr. will line up with Overstreet in his hip pocket to the left. 3-2 look out of Atlanta. They will bring 5. Overstreet up the middle, finds room and picks up 9. A strong carry from David Overstreet all the way to the 41.
Getting that play right there worked for him. Out of the shotgun, handing off. They've been doing it all night, and it's really effective for Cleveland.
Yeah, just making that first down a little bit more manageable really opens your playbook, and they can take a shot deep here. Atlanta's expecting run, and Mac Wavy Jr. will take a change at the line. It sounds like he heard me. He's going to throw the out route, and that's a first down to the 46. Nice grab there by Jared Martell.
Are playing a little bit off the line here, and they're going back into a zone situation. So having these short passes dunked underneath them is, it's what's going to happen when the quarterback sees the guys, the cornerbacks, back up here.
1:05, all 3 timeouts for Cleveland, but they'd like to move down the field a little bit quicker. 7 men in the box for Atlanta, 2 receivers top of the screen for Mac Wavy Jr., who will drop to throw. Delivers on another out route, and stepping out of bounds there, not Tate Martell. First name escape. I did so much work. Jared Martell, makes the catch. Tate Martell is a backup quarterback at Ohio State, freshman. Walked on. If you've ever seen the QB1 series, I would suggest you check it out. Just Google it, QB1. They follow high school quarterbacks. It's a really interesting documentary. 2nd and 7. Not an ad at all. Mac Wavy Jr. to throw. 7-step drop. Delivers down the middle. Complete. A missed tackle, and he's all the way down to the 22. Nice grab there, O.J. Howard.
Great grab. I love the tight ends getting involved in this game. Playing tight end myself. I have love for the big guys.
I love that play design right there, Shan. Mac Wavy Jr. sent 3 guys right up the seam, basically on the same route, and then right at that branch. 1 branched on a post, 1 branched on a corner, and 1 hooked right around and or took an out route. I can't remember exactly. But it really threw the defense into confusion. Wavy Jr. to throw again. Corner route, caught, touchdown, Cleveland Stallions. What a grab there. It's number 85, Ajolani. Badir with the touchdown, and now Cleveland extends their lead and answers Atlanta's points.
Yeah, just some miscommunication here from Atlanta's defense, and I think number 27 here, he had the play on the ball, but just wasn't able to jump high enough to get to the ball to knock it away.
Badir Ajolani is a wide receiver for Cleveland. Get this, Shan. Mahmoud Ajolani is the free safety for Atlanta. It looked like they worked on each other right there, and Badir got the win there. I don't know which is the older and which is the younger brother or sibling or son, but Badir gets the best of Mahmoud there, and Cleveland extends their lead to 23.
There's 51 seconds left in the in this first half, and I think Atlanta just needs to get to halftime, regroup, come back out, and put some points on the board.
Kick is away. Atlanta to return. This return will come from the 9 across the 25 to the 28. T-Dot on that return there will set up Atlanta 1st and 10 at the 28. 48 seconds, 2 timeouts here before the end of the half, and it would be great to get some points on the board. Four down linemen for Cleveland, 3 linebackers showing blitz up the middle and off the left side. They'll bring it. Handoff Hollywood, a spin move, 2 spin moves down the right hash. He breaks a tackle and he's across the 45. What a carry by Hollywood.
what I'm used to seeing there.
Hurry up offense now for Atlanta as they take under 33 seconds. They'll give it to him again with a blocker off the right side. Hollywood finds the edge. Hollywood using some speed down the right side. He'll get to the 26 and a timeout from Atlanta. Down to Cleveland's 26, well within field goal range with 26 seconds left. BDG Hollywood changes the face of this end to the half.
That's a great BDG Hollywood here, and I think it's a great game plan for Atlanta to get down here and at least come away with 3 on this drive.
First and 10 from the 26. DeMar Woods drops to throw, delivers on the out route. It is caught. A little bit of toe drag there by Boo Chisholm. Good for 4. Shannon, it seems like they're just trying to get enough yards to keep the yard marker on pace with how much time is left in the half.
Could be, Andy.
In theory, that would be perfect. You would get the score without having to kick it away to Koma Kaleka. Woods under center on 2nd and 6 will throw. 4-step drop, quick delivery there. Eric Vinson makes the catch to the 19. Now down to 15 seconds. Atlanta will go hurry-up offense. That was Cody Taylor on the collection. 89, 88, they look close. A lot of time ticking off the clock. Throwing end zone, picked off! Cleveland takes that one away! DeMar Woods was looking for a floater to the end zone with 5 seconds left, and Lucius Sanders takes the ball right out of the hands of Boo Chisholm.
That's got to be disheartening if you're Atlanta. You're trying to make forward progress. You're trying to put some points on the board for this first half and kind of try to finish strong before you go into the half, and was not able to do so.
So now Cleveland from their 20 most likely will just run the clock out here. Let's see if Overstreet can break one off. Nope, Mac Wavy Jr. will throw, delivers. It is caught for an 8-yard pickup there, and that will end the half. It'll be 30-7 Cleveland on top of Atlanta. We will see you after the half as the Stallions look to have an upset brewing. Cleveland Stallions Stadium. Andy Hamilton along with Shann Varner here with you for the second quarter of play. And it has been all Cleveland so far tonight, as Atlanta was driving down there, Shann, at the end of the half, but was not able to put points on the board.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing.
So now Cleveland will kick off. 11 minutes on the clock in the third, and they will return out across their own 25 and to the 29, and that is where we'll see DeMar Woods coming back out on the field. Atlanta fans hoping for some halftime adjustments.
Speaking of wood, Cleveland's special teams is laying the wood on these guys here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Cleveland special teams has been impeccable tonight, besides the one missed field goal. And now DeMar Woods will have his chance to try and make his unit a little bit special. Woods under center, 10:56 left to go, will throw. Moving in the pocket, swings it out to Hollywood. Hollywood up the right side of the field, will fight forward for 9. A nice gain on first down.
You know, Andy, Hollywood did a great job there of keeping his feet in bounds and get some positive yardage out of that play that looked like it was going to be a loss of yards.
Hollywood has 12 rushing touchdowns this season, 1 receiving. So a threat both on the ground and through the air. Cleveland stacking the box, has 8 in the middle. They will give to Hollywood. Hollywood able to wrestle off through the hole and will fight his way down to the 46. A nice first down run by BDG, who got some help from the line.
You know, if he would have ran to the left, to the outside out there, I think he would have been gone to the house, Andy.
A nice run nonetheless there.
Play.
Hurdles
number
his own
60. Man, I think he'd have been gone.
Yeah, you might not be wrong, but he did hurdle his own man, and it was a good carry, and it keeps the clock rolling. And it keeps the ball away from that man there, Koma Kaleka, who has been a force on defense and special teams. Woods in the shotgun, directing traffic, will throw. Delivers, left side, caught there, up the sidelines. It's Eric Vinson down to the 42, as his name is finally called for his first catch of the night.
You got to be happy with that, getting some confidence back into your quarterback, letting Woods get these completions short, and then maybe hopefully downfield get some completions.
Well, with the way that the Atlanta offense has looked throughout the season so far, Shann, we might be in for a fun one. 1st and 10 from the 42. There's a look at Mark Chisholm on the sideline cheering on his team. After calling the play, Woods will drop to throw. Looks left side, complete there to Boo Chisholm for 7 to the 35 with 9:19 left. The clock stops. So Atlanta already in the playoffs, just looking to possibly improve their seeding. They are number 4 right now if everything stands. If they were to win, they would be looking for a Cleveland win and a Tallahassee loss by at least 18 points to Carolina come tomorrow evening. The handoff here to Hollywood goes off the left side. Hollywood will break a tackle and get rocked at the 28. So Atlanta has some ground to make up here, down by 23.
I think Hollywood was a track and field star. Look the way he jumps over another one of his teammates here.
I don't even think he needed to there, Shann. He could have just kind of sidestepped it. He likes the hurdles.
Really?
From the 28, 3 receivers and Cody Taylor on the field. Taylor has not been targeted tonight. Woods will throw. Under pressure, delivers down the middle. He tried to force that one, and Koma Kaleka almost made him pay for it.
It looked like he had, if I'm not mistaken, it looked like he had Taylor down the field short to Chisholm here.
And sometimes when you get those blitzers coming at you, I feel like your eyes widen a little bit, and you're just trying to get the ball wherever you can. That one was not a good throw, and now it'll be 2nd and 10. Luckily, Atlanta lives to throw another day. Same offensive unit out there. 3 receivers top of the screen, Taylor to the bottom. They'll give it to Hollywood. He stood up and pushed backwards. A nice defensive stand by Cleveland will drop Hollywood for a loss of 3.
A great job by Cleveland's defense right here and just said enough is enough, and we're not going to have any more of that.
D. Jones with the tackle will set up Atlanta 3rd and long. Empty formation here, and I was hearing Tony Romo talk earlier. The most important thing when you have an empty formation is make sure your protection on the offensive line is good. Woods drops back, a free man coming at him, and down he goes. He's unable to avoid the pressure, and it's Rick O'Reilly with the sack.
So dangerous. And I said going into this game that, Rick O'Reilly is going to have to get involved in this game for Cleveland to have any kind of chance of getting into this game.
Little bit of an under move pushes Atlanta out of field goal range, and they will have to punt coming out of the half. A good drive that is capped by a Rick O'Reilly sack. This punt will go down to the left side, and it is fair caught at the 14 by Koma Kaleka.
Nervous on that one. He's like, I'm not going to run this one back.
And you almost want your punter to push that one a little bit farther down the field. If it goes out of bounds, that's not the worst thing in the world. But, you want to try and pin them deep. So still a pretty good punt, but you would have liked, 5 or 6 more yards on that one. Mac Wavy Jr. in the shotgun is flanked by the fullback and David Overstreet. He will throw, delivers down the middle, incomplete. He was trying to toss it right into that fray of receivers again, Shann.
Just trying to thread the needle here, and at some point it may hurt him.
I think he was targeting Jared Martell there. Martell was unable to bring it in. And that'll bring up second.
Involved in this game.
2nd and 10 from the 14-3-2 look for the Swarm. They will shift on the line. Junior will throw, delivers left side, caught. And Bader Angelani will pick up 3 to make it 3rd and 7.
I retract my statement. I think they're getting everybody involved in this game.
Yeah, they have even hitting some generic tight ends and stuff for some moves. So Mac Wavy Jr. trying to spread the ball well. Atlanta backed way off here. They only have 8 people in front of the first down line. Wavy Jr. throws, delivers on the corner route. It's caught. What a grab. Jared Martell goes up and over a man to move the chains.
Escobar, he might be looking, hey, I'm the number 1 receiver over here.
Well, with the offseason pending, that has time to change. Bader Angelani a 3rd receiver there trying to come up, but Jared Martell does well there to make that grab. And now at the Cleveland 36, a new set of downs for Mac Wavy Jr. to throw. Moves up in the pocket, delivers there. That is Martell again making another 4-yard grab.
I'm not sure what Aquanta Shine was doing there. He was just kind of, sitting there watching the quarterback's eyes, and, unfortunately, the rest of the pieces of the puzzle move. So that receiver moves right there behind him, and he was not able to pick it up.
Second and 6 from the 40. Wavy Jr. wants it all, and it's picked off. Atlanta takes the ball back. And you just had a feeling that Mac Wavy Jr. was getting really dangerous with some of these throws, and Nick Nitro makes him pay for it there.
Absolutely. I think this right here is what Atlanta's team needs. They need a pick. They need to get some points on the board, just to stay relevant in this game.
So if all results hold, this does help Chicago, as they will be able to get the number 2 seed with just a simple win against St. Louis later this evening, as Hollywood picks up 2 to the left side to the 41. Woods 4 interceptions on the night. That's really a struggle point for him heading into the playoffs. Mark Chisholm will have to challenge him. His record coming into the night was 12 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. It's now 12 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. Woods is under center on 2nd and 8. He will take a three-step drop, wants it all left side, wide open down the right side of the field. Boo Chisholm caught at the 17, but someone left him alone deep down the right side.
It looks like Aaron Tolbert left this guy open. Watch this play. It sees a man get behind the corner, pass over the outside post there, and Chisholm was able to come up with it.
And it doesn't get much easier than hitting a man that open down the field. So now Atlanta down to the 17. The only time they were in the red zone, they threw an interception, so Woods will try and stay clean here on this drive. He will take a 5-step drop, dump it off to Hollywood off the left side. Hollywood breaks one tackle and picks up 7.
I think that's a smart play here, Andy. I think you give it to your back who can make plays by running the ball or by catching it.
Second and 3 from the 10. They'll need to reach the 7-yard line to bring up that 1st and goal. Woods is under center. 8 men in the box for Cleveland. They'll give it to Hollywood anyway. Hollywood puts one man down. A spin move, dragged down by his pants, and he won't get the first down. It looked to me like he dove forward. That might be worth a challenge.
Could be. We'll have to check and see if they give us a replay, see if his knee went down before reaching that 1st down marker.
They will not challenge, it doesn't look like, unless Mark is saving it. 7 men in the box for Cleveland. They'll walk a 8th man up to the line. Handoff, Hollywood, right side, wide open space. He got the 1st down easily.
Yeah, and that was a good pickup, Andy. I think that that's what Atlanta needed to do in that situation. Give them downs and see if they can get an end zone on this drive.
Yeah, still plenty of time in tonight's ball game. 3:46 and counting here in the 3rd, but still a whole 4th quarter to play, and you're only down by 23, which is a 4-possession game. It could become a 3-possessioner here if you score on this drive. Hollywood left side, a spin move, and Kaleko will put him to the turf at the 3.
Yeah, but with the weapons that Atlanta has, they can score points on you quick, and as we've seen Boo Chisholm do so many times in this regular season, it's just it depends on if they're going to do it tonight or not.
Cleveland stacking the box in a goal line set. 8 men in the box, only 2 on the perimeter. And Atlanta will go Hollywood, and he's shut down and brought down for a 1-yard loss to the 4-yard line. Hollywood, a little bit of a shifty speed back, not really the power guy that you would want down here in the goal to go.
He's not the Johnny English type or the David Overstreet type, but he can get the job done regardless.
3rd and goal. Now's the time to make it happen, even though I think you might be in 4-down territory. Floater back of the end zone, incomplete. Cody Taylor couldn't get his feet down, and Atlanta will be faced with a 4th and goal from the 4.
No, Cleveland did their job here. They kept them to 3 at least.
It is decision time for Atlanta. I think you should go for it, but they are going to send out Arena, the kicker, to try and make it a 20-point game. That would still cut it down to 3 possessions. And your defense played well the last time they were on the field. Nitro getting the interception. Low snap. Kick gets off, and it is good. So it is now 10-30. Atlanta trying to claw their way back into this one.
And they're, both teams are doing the opposite of what they did in the previous season. In week 2, Cleveland is the one who had the 5 interceptions passing, and now we're looking at Woods having a similar day with 4 interceptions so far.
This return will come out past the 25. Kaleko will make it to the 32, and Atlanta just might be more happy to wrestle him down than worry about all the yardage he got.
Andy, every time Coleman Kaleko touches the ball, I get nervous.
As I'm sure Atlanta has tonight as well. From the 32, a new set of downs for Mac Wavy Jr., who threw an interception on his last drive. Will try and stay clean for the rest of the night, as they can pretty much run this one into the 4th quarter if they'd like. Wavy Jr. to throw, delivers on the out route, caught there by Martell, who's able to pick up the first down to the 42. A nice grab and run.
Atlanta in that dime defense look, has their linebackers back up, but I think they didn't really send too much help to the outside routes here, so they were able to come away with the snag.
From the 42, 2:15 left in the third quarter of play. Two receivers bottom of the screen, one tight end to the top for Mac Wavy Jr., who drops to throw. Delivers down, short throw, nice grab for 6. It'll make it 2nd and 4. So let's run through the participants in the chat. Mark Chisholm, Mahmoud Ajalani, Ramos Lynn, along with Cameron Irvine. The rest of SFL Nation is with us. It says we have a lot more people than that. Mac Wavy Jr. is in the chat, along with Shann Varner and Andy Hamilton on SFL Network, as Martell makes that first down to the 43.
This Atlanta defense just has no answer. No answer for that guy. I mean, he's just getting open at will, and Mac Wavy sees that. And he's just doing a great job of staying in bounds. And
you could argue that that's, them trying to shut down Prince Escobar.
Would be a possibility. They're throwing a lot to that secondary receiver. And Martell is doing a great job of getting open. So, it's a great game plan.
New set of downs from the 43, not yet in field goal range. Wavy Jr. delivers short. There's Escobar, who's able to complete for 7 to the 35. So, Shan, if all else holds, Atlanta will move to the 4th playoff spot and sit there. They will then take on either Chicago or Tallahassee and more likely Queen City. What do you think that Atlanta needs to improve on heading into next week as Overstreet is cut down in the backfield? What does Atlanta need to improve on if they are going to take on a team like Queen City next week?
I just think that Atlanta needs to get all their wide receivers involved in the game. They're taking some shots downfield, but I think they need to take more shots in the middle, because I think that's where Cleveland is vulnerable tonight, and many other teams in the Eastern Conference is very vulnerable. So taking the shots deep and have somebody be in a deep zone, that was a great pick.
Wavy Jr. takes a interception there to the right side to the 35. Atlanta takes the ball back, and that is just what you want out of a defense at a time like this.
And Atlanta's defense is playing outstanding. Coakley is back there. He's taking care of business. And but I just think they need to clean some things up on offense. I think they, like I said, they need to pass a little bit more over the middle and not worry so much about the deep pass right now. They just have to play smart football.
Step for step with the receiver there, Deltha Coakley able to take that one away, sets up the Atlanta Swarm at the 35 for what is likely the last play of the third quarter here. And it'll be a handoff to Hollywood up the gut. Hollywood will shake off one tackle and pick up 3, and yes, indeed, that will take us to the end of the third. Cleveland 30, Atlanta 10, here at Stallions Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm Andy Hamilton, along with Shann Varner on SFL Network. We head to the 4th now. Cleveland in the lead. Atlanta trying to get something going heading into the playoffs. Still time for a comeback as they are only down 3 possessions. Woods. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say one play from Boo Chisholm, and they're back in this game.
Right, so in theory, they need about 2 minutes to come up with those 3 possessions. So still plenty of time for Atlanta, and they will give it to Hollywood here off the right side. Hollywood driven down after picking up 3 or 4, and it'll be 3rd and 3 at the 42.
Great run by this young man here. He's wanting to win this game. You can see it in his running style. He's just kind of dragging people along with him. Just really hard, hard-nosed running right now from Hollywood.
And I think, heading into next week after this play, I'll keep going. Woods throws, delivers, good check down route there by the fullback, and that is good to midfield. I think Atlanta heading into next week needs to get Hollywood involved a little bit sooner. It seemed to me tonight like Hollywood really didn't get involved until they were down by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
And speaking on that last play right there, that was a great job by Hollywood coming up through the middle right there and laying that block so the fullback could grab the ball.
Still 4 down linemen by Cleveland, and this is the time that their pass rush kind of gets to go and do their thing. Hollywood up the gut will pick up another yard. See, they're involving Hollywood a lot here, but what you need here is to be able to convert some of those throws and kind of save time on the clock. With handoffs to Hollywood, if they're not effective, like that 1 yard there, you're just eating time off this clock.
Yourself in the foot at that point.
And they'll give it to him again on the right side. Good blocking, though, on this one as he's able to extend for the first down. Tries to get out of bounds, but won't to the 33, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Swarm.
Great vision by Hollywood there, seeing that big opening as we take it through with the replay here. Two great blocks from his teammates there, and he was able to get to the outside for a huge yardage. I believe it was a gain of 12.
Koma Kaleka on the tackle at the 33. It'll be a new set of downs for Atlanta. Still, on the edge of field goal range. It would be a 49-yarder from here. That's a little much for Arena. They'd like to give him a little bit more of a cushion. Woods is in the shotgun with 5 receivers spread out. He will throw, looking on the corner route, up, and it's intercepted. And he will go down at the 4. I believe that's Lucius Sanders who takes the ball away from DeMar Woods again.
And he was right there. I mean, I'm not sure what Woods was looking at here. He couldn't see the man here. He was trying to get it to Boo Chisholm. And Lucius Sanders just does a great job by concealing himself and getting to the right spot just at the right time. So
it seems like with a route like that, you'd like to throw him a little bit deeper down the field. When you got a guy like Boo Chisholm, you want to throw him into space, and that throw was a little bit underthrown, and that it makes it a 50-50 ball. Overstreet down the left side will pick up 6 on that carry to the 10-yard line, giving Cleveland a little bit more breathing room, and he's a little slow to get to his feet.
The Cleveland sideline was kind of worried there. He's been a big part of this offense by, running these short plays here and getting positive yardage. Cleveland was kind of worried there.
2nd and 4. The handoff to Overstreet. A spin move. What a nifty move in the hole. Able to find the first down to the 16.
Gapping hole there for Overstreet to run through, and just a little move here, move there, and he was off to the races.
We want to remind you about other SFL action tomorrow night at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Eric Vincent is on the call for Queen City at Baltimore, as well as Curtis is on the call for Carolina at Tallahassee. And then everyone's favorite group, Mike and Eric, is on the call for Mexico City at Atlanta. And then at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, Cam is on the call for Oklahoma City in Vancouver. Winner takes all in that one as Nick Nitro takes the ball away from Mac Wavy Jr. there. He seems to have his number tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are coming away with great defense by taking the ball away, but only one team is, capitalizing on those mistakes.
Woods under center. Hollywood the lone back. Woods to throw. Delivers. Low throw. Caught by Eric Vincent to the 29. A nice grab by him to reach back and snag it. And now Atlanta is in field goal range, down by 20.
I think, Andy, you don't want to settle for a field goal here. I think you've got to get the ball down the field, and you've got to do it quickly, or you're not going to be able to come back in this game.
I 100% agree with you, Shan. Here is the handoff to Hollywood. Hollywood with a blocker in front of him. The blocker does nothing, and Hollywood's cut down after 4. Brian Shark on the tackle.
Right there, or was it 68? I couldn't see the number quite well, but he needs to do his job there. In order for Hollywood to get out, he has to have those blocks. And if you're down by this much and you need to get back into this game, then you need to make those blocks.
Woods on 2nd and 6 from the 25 is in the shotgun alone. Cleveland brings 4. Under pressure, he tries to fit it in the window to Vincent, and it's incomplete.
Stop doing that. I mean, these turnovers are coming because of that. He's got to be a little bit more patient and wait for the receiver to get, get some distance between his defenders here.
Yeah, hard to be patient when you got a defensive end barreling down on you. 3rd and 6 from the 25. Another shotgun formation. 3-2 look out of Cleveland. They will bring 4. Late blitz from the edge. Almost got there as Woods fits it in the hole right there to number 19 for the first down. It's a nice grab by Leroy Green, the wide receiver.
He got that ball out by the skin of his teeth, Andy.
Yeah, I saw that late blitz coming from Sanders. I thought it was going to be trouble. From the 18, Woods is under center. 2 receivers split out. Hollywood has a fullback in front of him. 7 in the box for Cleveland. Woods will throw. Checks down across the middle, and that was Cody Taylor with his first reception of the night. Is good for 4.
Oh, and I mean, he's backing up here. You need to go forward, young man.
Taylor is the leading touchdown receiver for Atlanta with 9. 845 yards for him. He is a red zone threat. They'll check down to Hollywood instead. Hollywood will pick up 2. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the Cleveland 13. And time is just oozing off this clock, Shan.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a great stop there by Cleveland.
5.5 minutes to play. Woods is under center. 3 receivers. Cody Taylor on the top of the formation there. 4 down linemen for Cleveland. Hollywood is the lone man in the backfield. Woods, short drop, quick throw, intercepted. Cleveland takes another one away from DeMar Woods, and the toe tap gives Cleveland the ball at the 20.
I'm not sure how many that is for Tolbert, but for Woods, that's got to be at least 4 or 5, maybe even 6.
He was looking for Boo Chisholm on the boundary, and Aaron Tolbert made him pay for it. Cleveland takes the ball back at the 20. So now Atlanta's defense will have to try and come up with another play. 5:15 left to go in the 4th. We talked about Atlanta's big play offense. Still has time. Ooh, Wavy Jr. evades a sack and a nice throw for a first down.
Oh, my gosh.
Cleveland firing on all cylinders, finds the tight end, Howard, and that is good to the 32 for a first down, and he stayed in bounds to keep the clock running.
He scraped the sack, then turned around and threw a perfect ball for a first down. That was an amazing composure by the quarterback.
Mac Wavy Jr., the gold quarterback, wearing gold and black, throws it down the left side, caught there by Howard again, and there was more pressure as Atlanta tries to get some type of attack on Mac Wavy Jr. Second.
Both of these teams have. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say 2nd and 3 from the 38. 4 minutes, 17 seconds, still rolling. Wavy Jr. in the shotgun. 2 linebackers, a third one showing blitz off the top of the formation. Handoff to Overstreet will get dropped for a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 38. Time continuing to roll.
These teams have great weapons, on the offense. It's just, I think Cleveland is utilizing everyone and getting everybody involved in this game. Even the running game is clicking. And the turnovers for the defense, both defenses are in this game as well. But, offensively, I think just one team is just absolutely taking over.
Well, and that's really been the difference for the seasons is Cleveland has struggled to have a lot of run offense all year. Atlanta's run offense has been doing well, and that's kind of why they are in the playoffs, and Cleveland is not, because the teams are built similarly with their receiving attacks and quarterback situations. Jin Rummy with the tackle there will make it 4th and 4. Time will roll, but Cleveland will have to punt back to Atlanta. Week 12 action. If you have not joined the league, now is the best time to do so as we head closer and closer to the playoffs. Week 12 action on SFL Network. Shann Varner along with Andy Hamilton here. And if you have not, simulationfl.net is the home for all SFL stats, highlights, as well as where you can join the league. Make sure to head over there and get in on the action as Eric Vincent will go down at the 23.
You got to say, Andy, another huge part of this Cleveland team has got to be their special teams, able to, seek out the to run plays back for touchdowns and to make stops, and then you got 3 kicks for field goals from various distances. So, huge shout out to that.
We said that Atlanta would only need about 2 minutes in order to get those 3 scores. Now they got to prove it. This throw down the middle is caught, hauled in. What a grab there by Cody Taylor, the tight end, showing up when they need it most. Atlanta's down to the 46, and they're going hurry up, trying to get another play off before the 2-minute warning. They will do so. Woods checks down to Hollywood on the screen. Hollywood piles through one, piles through a second, and is shoved out of bounds with 2:13 left all the way down to the Cleveland 40.
Yikes. Coma Kaleka comes off of this right here. Huge hit to Hollywood.
Well, and in coming back in a game like this, that's one thing you want to be concerned about is making sure that your star players don't take too many hits. That way they can be ready for next week when the playoffs get rolling.
Both of these quarterbacks are kind of similar in their yardage as well.
2:13 left in the fourth. Woods is under center. 3 receivers split out. Taylor at the top of the formation. Hollywood in the backfield. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Woods will throw, moves in the pocket, delivers. Cody Taylor stretches out for 5. They're going to try and get one more play off before the 2-minute warning, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. No, that'll be the 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. SFL Network, Cleveland 30, Atlanta 10, with 2 minutes to play in the fourth. A 3-possession difference as the Stallions look to finish off strong here at home.
And this 2-minute warning here just kind of, gives Atlanta a little breather, so maybe they can make a big play at this point.
All 3 timeouts for the Swarm as Woods will throw. Deep route left side, caught. Boo Chisholm touchdown as Atlanta strikes with 1:55 left. Boo Chisholm finds his way into the end zone to make it 16-30.
Great job. He basically outran the coverage here, and that's what he needed to do all night. And with the pressure coming from Cleveland's defensive line, I just don't think Woods was able to do that. I think he had all that pressure in his face the whole night, and was not able to make those big plays downfield as we just saw.
Arena is on to kick. That would make it a 13-point game. .155 left in the fourth. The snap is back. The kick is up and good. 17-30. Cleveland still leads Atlanta here at Stallions Stadium with 1:55 left in the fourth, and I think it might be onside time.
Absolutely. They've got to get this ball back, and they've got to score quickly.
Well, this might be an interesting warm-up for the playoffs. If you're down late in a game, close game, you might need the onside kick. Here is the kick. It's a high bouncer, and Cleveland collects it. And I think that might... No, that wasn't Coma Kaleka. It was another gentleman wearing a similar number. And with 1:53 left in the fourth, Atlanta will have to use their timeouts and try and play defense.
The defense they have, Andy.
That or take a takeaway away. Cleveland has been known to throw in times when they might want to run the ball. Overstreet is in the backfield with Wavy Jr., but Wavy Jr. elects to throw, delivers short. That one is caught. Brought down inbounds, short of the line to gain is Howard, and Atlanta will burn a timeout to make it 2nd and 2.
Atlanta has to be smart with these timeouts, though.
from the 35. A minute and 48 left to play. Time is frozen. Mac Wavy Jr. in the shotgun. Same formation. Overstreet in this back pocket. 7 men in the box. Atlanta showing blitz. They'll back out of it. Wavy Jr. to throw. Wanting it all. Going deep down the middle. It's caught! Down to the 3. A huge throwing catch. Cleveland says good night. No, we are going to push this season to its limits.
Wow. Just a great play by the Cleveland offense. Just gashing that secondary back there.
He was
Nick Nitro with the tackle.
Yeah, he was tempting Nick Nitro, but Prince Escobar is able to make the snag. And now it'll be first and goal at the 3. Atlanta used their second timeout, so it'll be 1:42, and it looks like Cleveland might take some knees here. There is a kneel down, and Atlanta will burn their final timeout. Second and goal from the 5.
That's a very respectful thing to do. I think, they've already got the lead by 13, and just taking the knee here and kind of say, hey, we was in this game. Y'all go do y'all's thing in the playoffs.
The Chicago-St. Louis game has already begun over on Rabbit as Cleveland takes their next their next kneel down to get that clock rolling again. Atlanta out of timeouts will not stop the clock. And St. Louis leads the Chicago Wildcats 7-0, as we have had so far 2 upsets today, Shan, and the Gladiators are trying to make it a third. So 1:06 and ticking here in the 4th. Cleveland will take another kneel down, and that will bring the clock down to about 20 seconds or so, and then we'll have to see what Cleveland will do with it. They can go ahead and take another knee and just end the game, or they can try and kick the field goal and extend this lead.
They're attempting the field goal, Andy.
Trying to give Brown a little bit more juice heading into the playoffs, as he did miss one tonight. And he'll try and redeem himself yet again, and does from 24, 33-17 over Atlanta. The Swarm will get the ball back with 21 seconds and no timeouts. And they will pretty much just try and maybe script some plays for the playoffs, see if you can get some action going on field.
Absolutely.
Things are not looking good in St. Louis for the Wildcats, as E.T. King throws an interception there. Over back here in Cleveland, the return for Atlanta will come out to the 28. And with 16 seconds left, you going for it, Shen, or are you just going to run the clock out and head on to the playoffs?
I don't know. I think I'd go for it. I think I'd, try one last here and see if I can make it to the end zone.
Woods is in the shotgun. 4 receivers split out. It might be Hail Mary time. Woods drops to throw. Heaves left side. Tipped. Incomplete. He was looking for Boo Chisholm.
Go for it. You want your top receiver in the game catching that ball.
Champ Wavy got his hands on it and was able to bat that one down. And if Boo just would have turned around a little bit more, might have had the catch off the deflection there. Uh-oh, Shan. Things are getting chippy in St. Louis. Ethan Alexander hits Elijah Swaim for the touchdown, and St. Louis is now up 14-0 if they can kick this extra point. Woods drops, fires down the middle of the field through the hands of Cody Taylor. Taylor almost able to grab that one.
high enough, and the defense just made a great play by not letting him grab it.
Third and 10, and I think you got to have a completion here. That way you don't have to kick back to Kaleka. Don't want that embarrassment of Kaleka maybe burning you at the end of the game. Woods checks down. There's the completion to Cody Taylor, and that will just about do it for everyone here at SFL Network. Cleveland over Atlanta at home to end the season 33-17. Stallions win.